for the race. Let's get started. It was 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
And Alan was riding his motorcycle in San
motorcycle.
Francisco.
Yes.
When was Alan riding his motorcycle?
At 5, it was 5 o'clock.
Well,
Alan
at 5
Alan was
o'clock,
riding
right?
his motorcycle
At 5
in San
o'clock.
Francisco.
Alan was riding his motorcycle.
Yes.
Was Alan riding his car?
No.
Or was Alan riding his motorcycle?
Alan was riding his motorcycle.
Of course, Alan was riding his motorcycle. Where was Alan riding his motorcycle?
In San Francisco. Alan
In
was
San
riding
Francisco.
His motorcycle in
Alan
San
was
Francisco.
riding his motorcycle in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
When was he riding?
At
5 o'clock.
At 5
At
o'clock.
5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle
5 o'clock.
in San Francisco. He was riding down Van Ness Street and
yes.
came to a stoplight.
Stoplight.
Who was riding down Van Ness Street?
Alan was riding down Van Ness
Alan
Street.
was riding down Van Ness Street.
Van Ness Street.
What was he riding on?
He rode on his
On
motorcycle.
a motorcycle. He was riding on
motorcycle.
his motorcycle.
Yes.
Was he riding down Market Street?
No, he wasn't riding down Market Street.
Not
He
Market
was
Street.
riding
He
down
wasn't
Van Ness Street.
riding down Market Street.
Yes.
Was he riding down Lombard Street?
No, he wasn't riding
No,
Lombard Street.
He wasn't riding down
he was
Lombard
riding
Street.
His
He was
motorcycle
riding
in
down
Van Ness
Van
Street.
Ness Street.
Yes.
When? When was he riding down Van Ness Street?
At 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, Alan
At 5
was
o'clock.
riding down Van Ness Street.
At 5 o'clock, he was riding down Van Ness Street.
Yes.
Who was riding down Van Ness Street
Alan
at 5 o'clock?
was riding down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock.
Alan
5 o'clock.
was riding down Van Ness Street
Yes.
at 5 o'clock. Was he in a truck?
No, he was in
No,
a truck.
he wasn't
He wasn't
in a truck. He
was
was
in
on
He was
his
on
motorcycle.
his motorcycle.
and he came to a stoplight.
Came to the stoplight.
Did Alan come to a go light?
Yes.
No.
No, I'm
He
sorry,
didn't
no.
come to a go light.
Comes
He
to
came
go
to
light.
a stoplight.
Stoplight. Yes, I'm sorry.
We never say
Never say
go light.
go light.
We only say
We only
stoplight.
say stoplight.
Who came to a stoplight?
Alan came to the stoplight.
Alan, of course. Alan came to a stoplight. What was he on when he came to a stoplight?
He was on his motorcycle.
A motorcycle.
When
He was
came
on
to
a
the
motorcycle when he came to
stoplight. When he
a
came
stoplight.
to the stoplight. Yes.
Where was the stoplight?
The stoplight was
on Van Ness Street.
Van Ness
The
Street
stoplight was
was
on Van
Van
Ness
Ness
Street. Was the stoplight on Embarcadero Street?
No, the
Or-
stoplight.
Was the stoplight on Van Ness Street?
The stoplight was on the Van Ness Street.
Van Ness, of course, Van
Van
Ness.
Ness Street.
The stoplight was on Van Ness Street.
Yes.
Who was at the stoplight?
Alan
Alan was at the
came to the
stoplight.
stoplight.
Which city was Alan in? In San Francisco, of course.
Van Ness Street,
Alan was in San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Where is Van Ness?
Alan
Well,
was
Van Ness
in Van Ness
Street
Street.
is
San
in
Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yes.
Of course. Van Ness Street is
Van Ness
in
Street
San Francisco.
In San Francisco. Yes.
Is Van Ness Street in New York? Or is Van Ness Street in San Francisco?
Van Ness Street in San Francisco.
Well, of course, Van Ness Street
Of course.
is in
It's
San
in
Francisco.
San Francisco.
Where was Alan riding?
Alan riding down Van Ness Street.
Well, he was riding on Van Ness Street in San Francisco.
In San Francisco.
And he came to a stoplight. A red Ferrari pulled up
Ferrari.
next to him.
Red Ferrari.
Did
Pulls up.
the red Ferrari pull up behind him?
No, a red Ferrari didn't.
No,
pull
no,
up.
no, not
next
behind
to
him.
Behind
The
him.
red Ferrari,
Red Ferrari
pulled
pulls
up
up next
to him.
Pulled up next to him.
What pulled up next to Alan?
A red Ferrari pulled up.
A red Ferrari.
Pulled up.
A red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan.
Alan. Next to Alan.
Did Alan pull up next to a red Ferrari?
No, Alan didn't pull up next
No,
to
no,
a
no.
red Ferrari.
Alan didn't pull up
A red Ferrari
next to a red
pulled up
Ferrari.
Next to
A red Ferrari pulled up
pulled up
next to
next
him.
To him.
Where did the red Ferrari pull up next to Alan?
In Van Ness Street.
At a stoplight
Yes,
on Van Ness Street.
On Van Ness Street.
At a stoplight on Van Ness Street, a red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Was Alan in a red Ferrari?
Yes.
No, no, no. Alan wasn't in a red
was
Ferrari.
Yes.
He was on a motorcycle.
A motorcycle.
Alan was on a motorcycle. What did the red Ferrari do?
A red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan.
Well, it pulled up next to Alan. The red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. The driver was wearing dark sunglasses.
Dark sunglasses.
So, Alan was wearing dark sunglasses. No, 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 not Alan. Alan wasn't wearing dark sunglasses. Who was wearing dark sunglasses?
Driver was wearing
The
dark
driver
sunglasses.
of the Ferrari. The driver of the Ferrari was wearing dark sunglasses, not Alan. The driver looked over at Alan.
Looked over.
Did the driver look behind Alan?
No.
No, no, no.
The
He
driver
looked over
at
Alan. Who looked over at Alan?
Driver looked
The driver
over
of the
at
Ferrari looked over at Alan.
Over at Alan.
Did Alan look over at the driver?
Alan.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Alan also looked over at the driver.
Driver.
Who was the driver?
The driver.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise was the driver. Alan looked over at the driver and realized that the driver was Tom Cruise. Who was the driver of the Ferrari?
Driver of the Ferrari is Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Was Tom Cruise.
Cruise was the driver of the Ferrari. Who was the motorcycle rider?
Who was
Alan.
Alan.
Alan was the motorcycle
was
rider.
Motorcycle
And Tom Cruise was the driver of the Ferrari. Who looked over at Alan?
Tom Cruise looked over at
Tom
Alan.
Cruise. Tom Cruise looked over at Alan. What was Tom Cruise wearing?
Tom Cruise was wearing dark sunglasses.
Sunglasses. Tom Cruise was wearing dark sunglasses. Was Alan wearing dark sunglasses?
No, Alan wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Wearing
Alan
dark
wasn't
sunglasses.
wearing dark sunglasses.
Yes.
Tom Cruise was wearing dark sunglasses. And he looked over at Alan. Tom sneered at Alan.
Sneered at Alan.
Oh no. Did Tom smile?
Sneer. No, Tom didn't smile.
No, he didn't. Tom didn't smile.
Tom
He sneered at Alan.
Sneered at Alan.
Was Tom friendly and nice?
No, Tom wasn't friendly.
No, he wasn't friendly
wasn't nice.
and nice. He sneered at Alan. Did Alan sneer at Tom Cruise?
No,
Or
Alan didn't sneer
did Tom Cruise sneer at Alan?
Tom Cruise sneered at Alan.
Well, Tom Cruise sneered at Alan.
Yes.
After he sneered, what did Tom Cruise say?
After she sneered at Alan,
well, he said, when the light turns green, let's race. After he sneered at Alan, Tom Cruise said, when the light turns green, let's race. Did Tom want to race?
Yes, Tom wanted to race.
Yes, of course. He has a Ferrari. He wanted to race. Alan said, all right, you're on. Did Alan agree to race Tom?
Yes, Alan agreed to race
Yes, he agreed.
Alan,
he agreed. He said, you're
Tom
on.
Cruise.
Did Tom say, you're on?
No, Tom didn't say
No,
you're.
Tom didn't
Alan
say,
said,
you're on. Alan said, you're on. Alan agreed to race.
Agreed.
Who said, you're on?
Alan said, you're.
Alan. Alan said, you're on. What did Alan agree to do?
Alan agreed to race. With,
Alan
Tom Cruise.
agreed to race Tom. He said, you're on. Tom said, I'm gonna smoke you, sucker.
Smoke you, sucker.
Did Tom say he would beat Alan?
Yes, he wanted to beat
Yes, he did.
Alan.
He said, I'm gonna smoke you.
Smoke you.
I'm gonna beat you.
Beat you.
Did Tom say he would win? Yes, he said he would win. He said, I'm gonna smoke you.
I'm gonna smoke you.
Who was Tom gonna smoke?
Tom was gonna smoke
Alan. Tom was gonna smoke Alan.
Alan.
Was Tom gonna smoke Schwarzenegger?
No.
No, Tom wasn't gonna smoke Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tom was gonna smoke Alan.
Yes.
Was Tom gonna smoke Alan at football, soccer?
No.
No. He wasn't gonna smoke Alan at football or soccer. He was gonna smoke Alan in a race. in a race. He was gonna smoke Alan in a race. Was Tom nice and polite?
Tom wasn't.
No, he said sucker. He called Alan sucker. Is sucker a nice, polite word?
No, it's nice.
No, it's not. It's not
nice.
Polite. It's not nice. He said, I'm gonna smoke you, sucker. Alan said, you wish. I'm gonna beat you and your sorry-ass car. Did Tom have a very, very nice car?
No. It's your
No, he did not have a nice car. He had a sorry-ass Ferrari. A sorry-ass car.
Sorry-ass car.
What kind of car did Tom have?
Tom had sorry-ass car.
He had a sorry-ass car. Low-quality car. Bad car. Cheap car. Is a Ferrari a nice car?
No.
No, it's a sorry-ass car. Ferraris are sorry-ass cars. Did Alan like Tom's car?
No, Alan didn't like Tom's car.
Alan thought it was a sorry-ass car.
Sorry-ass car.
Who had a sorry-ass car?
Tom Cruise had sorry-ass car.
Tom Cruise had a sorry-ass car. Did Alan have a sorry-ass motorcycle? No. Alan had a great motorcycle. But Tom had a sorry-ass car. Alan and Tom waited at the light. They revved their engines. Who revved their engines?
Tom and Alan revved their engine.
Alan and Tom revved their engines. Did they rev their bicycles?
No. They didn't rev their bicycle.
They didn't rev their bicycles. Of course not. They revved their engines. What did they rev?
They revved their engine.
Their engines. They revved their engines. Tom and Alan revved their engines. Suddenly, the light turned green. Alan and Tom took off. Did Alan and Tom start slowly?
No. Alan and Tom didn't.
No, they didn't start slowly. They took off.
Slowly.
They started quickly. They started very fast. Alan and Tom took off. What did Alan take off on?
Take off on the street.
Alan took off on his motorcycle. On his motorcycle. Alan took off on his motorcycle.
Yes.
What did Tom take off in?
Take off in
his car. Tom took off in his car. Tom took off in his Ferrari. Did they stop or did they take off quickly?
They stopped quickly.
Took off quickly. Why did Alan and Tom take off quickly?
Because
they took off quickly because they were racing. Right? Of course, they took off quickly because they were racing. They zoomed down Van Ness Street at top speed. Who zoomed down Van Ness at top speed?
Tom and Alan zoomed down.
Tom and Alan zoomed down Van Ness at top speed. When did they zoom down Van Ness?
When the light turned
after
green.
the light turned green.
They
After
zoomed
the
down
light
Van Ness at the
turned
top
green,
speed.
they zoomed down Van Ness.
At the
Did
top
they
speed.
zoom down Van Ness before the light turned green?
No.
Or after the light turned green?
Light turned green. After the light turned green.
After, of course. They zoomed
zoomed
down Van Ness after the light
speed.
turned green. Did they zoom down Lombard Street?
No. They didn't
No,
zoom down
they didn't
Lombard Street.
zoom down Lombard
zoomed
Street.
down Van Ness
Which street did they zoom down?
Van Ness Street.
Van Ness. They zoomed down Van Ness Street.
Van Ness Street.
Tom was winning. But suddenly, blue and red lights appeared behind Tom. It was the police. They pulled him over. Who pulled over Tom Cruise?
The police pulled Tom over.
The police pulled over Tom Cruise. Who did the police pull over?
The police pulled
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
The police pulled over Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Did the police pull over Alan?
No, they didn't pull.
No. They didn't pull over Alan. They pulled over Tom Cruise. Why? Why did they pull over Tom Cruise?
Because Tom.
Because he was going too fast. He was going too fast. They pulled over Tom Cruise because he was going too fast. Who was going too fast?
Tom Cruise was
Tom Cruise was going too fast. Alan zoomed past Tom. Did Tom zoom past Alan?
No. Tom didn't zoom past Alan.
Tom didn't zoom past Alan. Alan zoomed past Tom. Why did Alan zoom past Tom?
Because
the police pulled over Tom.
Cruise.
The police pulled over Tom. So, Alan zoomed past Tom. Alan was laughing. Ha 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 ha! He yelled, "Better luck next time!" When did Alan yell, "Better luck next time"?
After he zoomed past Tom,
he yelled
"Better luck next time."
As he zoomed past Tom. When he zoomed past Tom. As he zoomed past Tom, Alan said, "Better luck next time." As he zoomed past Tom, he yelled, "Better luck next time." Who yelled, "Better luck next time"?
Alan.
As he zoomed past Tom Cruise.
Alan yelled, "Better luck next time."
Alan, of course. Easy, right? Alan yelled, "Better luck next time." As he zoomed past Tom. Alan was the winner.
Winner.
Okay, that is the end of the mini story for The Race.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hello?